So to start this video off, I need to say one thing. I am a Juggalo. Always have been, always will be. So don't expect the regular cliche ICP bashing you see in a lot of the videos talking about these guys. And one of my favorite things about the Insane Clown Posse is the sheer amount of merchandise for these guys you can find out there. And amongst all this merchandise, it probably doesn't shock you to know that ICP has their own video games. No, not those ones. Those ones were actually kinda good. So to give you some backstory here, in July of 2018, the 19th annual Gathering of the Juggalos took place in Thornville, Ohio. And on the first day, ICP had announced their very own mobile game titled ICP The Gathering. The mobile game was a tycoon-style game where you get to build and run your very own gathering of the Juggalos, and it even had an official trailer, which gave you an idea of the fun and wonders to be had within ICP The Gathering. The game also featured a price tag of $4.99, making it one of the more expensive mobile games you can get. Which probably has something to do with the fact that this mobile game made little to no noise in the Juggalo world, and outside of only a few hardcore fans remembering it, it's been virtually forgotten about. In fact, all I could really find about the game during my research for this video was a few very negative reviews, as well as a video review from YouTuber Carnival Spirits, who held no punches back as to how he felt about the game.
First you go in and you're looking for artists to sign. This app just pisses me off. This is my first run through it. You're building the gathering, you know, you're booking the artists, booking comedians, building like the stages. You buy porta potties and shit like that. The little tabs are a little confusing and hard to get through. The concept is cool, I guess, if it was done right. Fill out your timeline here. You got anybody kill and you just kind of pick where you want them to go. It's mad confusing, very extremely frustrating. It tells you to go to the miscellaneous tab and then tap the parking icon, even though there's no fucking parking icon anywhere to be found. You know, go up and down, up and down. Where the fuck is this parking icon that they're talking about? About. But,
And just like that, the game was forgotten about, and honestly, probably rightfully so. And not long after, it was removed from the app stores, ultimately meaning this game was technically lost media. But just a few years later, I discussed the game in my Insane Clown Posse Iceberg video, which by the way is a great introduction to the Insane Clown Posse if you're new, and it was during the research for that video that I discovered the game had not only been archived by dedicated Juggalos, but was fully available to the public. So I downloaded it with the intentions of playing it for a video. And Juggalos and Juggalettes, that time has finally come. And after a bit of trial and error with my buddy Hunter, including scrubbing the files from the game and taking a peek underneath the hood, Hunter was finally able to help me get the game running, so there was nothing else to do besides finally play this game for myself. Alright, Juggalos and Juggalettes, here we are. We have the Gathering of the Juggalos. Welcome to Whoopstock. This game is something I've been very interested in for a while, and to finally be able to play it is exciting. Before we start the game, though, I did notice right here we have some Juggalo 101. Alright, so we got a bunch of ICP definitions here. Faygo, an inexpensive soft drink manufactured in Detroit, Michigan, popular amongst Juggalos and Juggalettes. Juggalo, a Juggalo with Christian beliefs or implications in their name or upbringing. Juggabroni, a Juggalo who is also a fan of My Little Pony. Jurgler, a Juggalo with Down syndrome. Obviously, Juggalo and Juggalette are explained here, as well as the Juggalo family. I've never heard anyone say Narn Narn, although I'm a bit newer, so whoop whoop. You know, this is actually useful to show somebody if you're trying to explain to them what a fucking hound dog is, or guap, or the Faygo War of 1911. Now that we have our Juggalo terms down, why don't we go ahead and start our game. Welcome to the Gathering. I'll teach you the basis of running. Oh, that was way too quick for me to read. First, we need to hire some talent. Let's tap the talent button below. Hire Jake Scribbles. Okay, let's hire Jake. We have many stages available, but now we'll use the pendulum stage. Tap the pendulum button. Place the pendulum stage where the red marker is on the map. You can rotate it with the button to the right. Well, the button is not to the right. Finished. So now we have to go through and actually place where all of these people will be performing. So now we have our first official schedule, but we need to set up somewhere for parking and camping. So let's take a look at some of the things we can get in here, though. Billboards, tents, tree, trailer, dumpster, ATM, porta potties. We're going to need those quick. As you guys might have seen in my gathering videos, those porta potties can get pretty gross. Tap the parking icon to add the first parking lot. Remember to schedule more bands or your Okay, so a lot of these things go way too quick to read. Place the parking lot in the indicated area. And now we need a porta potty, but we're going to need to put the porta potty maybe away from the food a bit. Oh, dude, look, there's like a beach. Whoa. Let's put the porta potties back in this corner. All right, porta potties in the corner. You have the basis down. When you're ready to start your festival, you can press the start. I can't read it. I can't read this stuff. Ignore how I said read it. I don't quite know where anything else is, but fuck it, let's start it. Ladies and gentlemen, the gathering is underway. Your first 25 attendees. We've unlocked a grilled cheese stand. Well, why don't we go ahead and get the grilled cheese stand in there? Oh, look, people are coming in. Whoop, whoop, Juggalos. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Let's go ahead and, I can't construct once a festival has started. Someone has exposed themselves. What the f***? We're sending security. You'll need a place for I can't talk, dude. I need trash cans, okay? But I can't construct what I do. They allow more people to come. Build one. Whoa, dude, what the hell? Whoop, whoop. So wait, I need to build a trash can and stuff, but the festival started, so how do I build it? And why is the can't construct outside of the box right here? What the hell, dude? Do I just sit here and watch him now? All right, we got to repair the stage. And let's do some fireworks. They'll cost $10,000, whatever. So as it turns out, this was actually a really, really big mistake. As soon you're going to see just how rough it is trying to make money in this game. So spending this $10,000 frivolously this early in the game was really, really bad to my playthrough. And all I got to show for it was this firework display. Oh, dude, look at those awesome fireworks going off. So I just sit here and wait for the day to end, or what do I do? Okay, so I think what's happening is since the festival has started, I can't really do anything. So wait, so do I literally just sit here and wait for the next day to come? So literally, I guess between days, there's little to nothing you can do. Now I will say it is day one, so there's not as much happening. However, you would imagine a game would want to have more stuff happening at the beginning, especially if this game was $5. Somebody's lost. There's 25 people here. How are you lost? Let's take a look at the town surrounding it. What's the point of having any of this? So far, our gathering sucks. I'm not even going to lie. Because we only got Fagalo hot dogs and burgers and Jake Scribble on stage. Here's our reports so far. We have 104 whoops. $129 made in concessions. We have 18 attendees. Nobody's used the porta potty. For day one, there's literally nothing to do besides sit here and wait for these little pop-ups to come on the screen. But for the time being, you have nothing to do. I assume as the days go on, we're going to have more stuff to do, but I mean, why would they put day one having little to nothing? Yeah, like this, with stuff like this, and then you just got to press send security. And that's the whole day one. My initial reaction is not very positive, even though the fans seem to be enjoying it. I've resorted to just getting on my phone and checking my Instagram. By the way, if you have Instagram, follow me at Kobe Sucks. I can only imagine how many people paid $5 for this and would have already quit by now. All right, here we go. So we're at the end of our first day. Let me see here. You can buy expansions to create a larger festival. Area 1, Area 2, Area 3, but we don't have the ability to do that. So now let's maybe try to build some more. We can't get any of those. parking. You can't get any of these. Are we really not going to be able to do it? Maybe we have to get more talent. That could be the move. But we don't have any money to get any of these. Sadly, it looks like we're about to spend another day doing little to nothing. Looks like we're just going to have another day of Anybody Killa, Jake Scribble, and Big Hoodoo. Let's go ahead and start our next day. Dude, it's next to impossible to unlock new stuff. I mean, I just got a cookie stand. I need $180,000 to get light. First off, let me break up this fight. I need $180,000 to get light or $250,000 to get Ouija Macc. And I made $2,000. You know, I'm not going to give up. I feel like you should be able to speed up these days because these days just take forever. All right, so it takes just under a minute for an entire hour in-game to go by. And if we go from 12 to 12, which is how we're doing here, that's 12 hours. So I have to basically wait 10 to 12 minutes between days before I can even add anything. And as you can see, I'm only making a certain amount of money each day. So it's going to be a long game ahead of us. Oh, drug usage. Wow. I've seen that too firsthand at the Gathering. There's nothing. There's literally nothing to do in this game. And there's so much stuff. It looks like there's 5 stages. There's like, you can get a lot of staff, change all the tickets and everything. Not to mention all the talent you can get. You can get ICP for 500,000. All this stuff, but you can't get to it. I mean, there's so many different food trucks and stuff. You could probably have a really big festival, but you have to sit through days of doing nothing. All right, we're finally at the end of the day. And for some reason, I have even less money. Why don't we try to get a comedy? Oh, dude, okay. Wait a minute. So this whole time, I thought I had to, unlock these things. But as it turns out, this whole time, I could have just been buying them. They didn't make that very clear. All right, the comedy club at 3. We'll throw on Cat Smith. And at 10 o'clock, we'll put on Jessica Jones until midnight. Well, we also throw Anybody Killa. Why not? That way, there's something going on every hour. Let's start the day. They didn't make it clear at all. I thought I had to, unlock the things, but apparently that's not how it works. You can just unlock them as you go. So perhaps that'll, give us some better luck. 250. We also see, right there it says I unlocked the super sub stand. I just thought as the game would go, I would unlock more tints and stuff, but they didn't make that clear at the beginning of the game. So I can only imagine how many people would have already quit by now, because I'm about 40 minutes into this gameplay. And I just realized you can buy stages. We're gradually getting more and more people to come through. And nobody's still used the porta potty. It's been 3 days and not a single person has used the porta potty. Looks though like people are enjoying it a bit more. We're getting a lot more whoops. But again, I guess we just go to waiting. Sorry if you guys can hear my chair squeaking. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to get a new chair, but YouTube isn't paying me as much because you guys haven't subscribed. So if you guys want less squeaking, maybe click the subscribe button. Delete the stand video. Even if I was just able to speed up by twice, I'd be on day 6 or 7. I'd be having a lot more fun, but I have to sit here and wait. I know I keep saying that, but I need to drive the point home that all you do is sit here and wait for the next day. All right, the end of day 3, and we sold 4 crazy cookies. We lost money. Dude, what the hell, bro? We lost money. We got to make tickets more expensive. Let's make the tickets what they are this year. I think it was 300. I don't really know what else we can do here. So, fuck it. Let's go ahead and start the new day with our new price. Making a little more money. Already a fight. Probably because we raised the prices. All right. We're about to wrap up day 4. Let's see what... All right. We actually made some money this time, it looks like. We don't have enough, but maybe after one more day we'll be able to get one more stage. Right off the bat, we're making a couple of bucks. Usually I don't let my dogs in while I'm recording, but I'm so bored. Yeah, that's why I don't do it. God damn. Usually I don't let them in while I'm recording, but dude, this is so boring. I need just something. Hey, girl. Are you a good girl? Oh, God. She's getting on me. You want to say something to the mic? Here, say something. Ow, ow. Where'd I put my phone, Rhea? Where'd I put my phone, Rhea? Oh, it's in my pocket. What are you reaching for? Rhea, you got no, girl. God damn it. Oh, we still going? My dog just knocked loose our fucking power. Rhea, come on. God damn, you did it again. Go. Come on. You guys gotta get out. Alright, we still recording? How has nobody used the porta potty? Bro, I better end this day with enough to buy another stage. I'm gonna be pissed off. Alright, another day coming to an end. Let's see how we did. I didn't make enough for another stage. Oh, fuck. Let's just add some amenities. Perhaps that'll help. I mean, by amenities, I mean a fucking trash can. First aid, autograph tent. Okay, here, let's add some of these. Alright, so we added all of those. And now let's make our tickets just a little bit cheaper. Perhaps. Let's make everything a little bit cheaper because then maybe more people will come. Alright, got a couple more things here, so let's go ahead and start the new day. We're also at a different angle now. Don't know what changed that angle like that, but... Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we're at a new angle now, and I don't know how to get out of it. Dude, I messed this up with this new angle. How do I get out of this? Where am I? Dude, we like zoomed in somehow. Oh, we can actually click on the different people. Whoa. Okay, wait. So now we just zoomed out somehow. Bro, what the? Oh, okay. I don't know how I just did that. Alright, guys. This is the angle we're at, I guess. It's been an hour and a half, and we haven't done anything. It just seems next to impossible to make money. And I just don't quite understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. It's next to impossible to play. It's next to impossible to progress. And, like, dude, I have to make $250,000 to be able to get these open areas right here. And I'm struggling to get above 10 grand. And I've been here for an hour and a half. I don't get, am I supposed to sit here for 12 hours? Just, and on top of it, ICP is $500,000 to get to play here. And look, there's a big, what the f is that? That's the first time I've seen that exclamation point since this game has started. So, dude, I reluctantly think I have to go ahead and give up on this one, guys. This game is just, it's not worth your time. It wasn't worth $5. It wasn't worth $1. I think free is too much. This game just does not work. It is incredibly confusing, and it's impossible to progress. And I pity anybody who actually spent their money on this game. So, guys, I guess that's it. I'm sorry. Tell us how you really feel. Am I right? Listen, guys, I really tried my best, but it wasn't happening. There really is little to nothing to do in this game. Although, I did start thinking that maybe my version was just glitched or something and perhaps somebody else might have fun with the game. So I reached out to my good buddy PARRACAESERS, who doesn't really know anything about the Juggalo world, and I asked him to play the game and to let me know what he thought. And lucky for us, Para took me up on that offer and even recorded his gameplay footage. And here's how it went. So first and foremost, Para's game didn't feature the helpful tutorial at the beginning of the game, meaning that from the very beginning, he had to figure it out all on his own. He did figure it out over time, but not before facing some issues, such as literally losing where his gathering was on the map. After a bit though, and after asking me what he needed to do to start the day, he was finally able to prep the game and officially start his gathering of the Juggalos. He spent a bit of time looking at all of the attendees of the festival, which, side note, almost every attendee only has like $50 on them, which is interesting to think about considering you need to make over $1 million to truly beat this game, so think about how many attendees you'll really need to win. Anyway, just like me, he spent most of his playthrough sitting here, sending security when needed, and just looking at the different people around the festival. He also told me that he too didn't realize he could just buy the stages as he wanted, and also thought that he'd unlock them as the game went on. But good news, people did use the toilets at his festival, but he also realized that as opposed to my game, he was actually able to edit pretty much anything all while the festival was still going on, meaning that he actually could have a little bit of a gameplay experience. But a majority of his first day was spent doing nothing. Now, as you remember with my game, when a day would end, the attendees would all leave, allowing you to edit your festival however you'd like, and then you could fast travel to the next day. But for whatever reason, Para's game didn't do that, and the game automatically started day 2, with Juggalos staying the entire night, and to make it even worse, the game stopped triggering these medic and security triggers altogether, making the game have literally nothing for Para to do. Para toughed it out through the night, making it to the next day, and even discovering 2 of his festival attendees attempting to leave the festival but somehow got stuck walking into each other, which is where the 2 attendees ended up staying for the rest of his game. But when the day was officially set to begin, for whatever reason, the musical acts never took the stage, meaning that the Juggalos and Juggalettes of the festival had nothing to do. So he tried to remedy the situation by going back to the main screen and going back in. But when he returned to his festival, it was gone. His entire game and everything he had spent the last 30 to 40 minutes working on was gone. And it was here that Para officially gave up on his playthrough. So yeah, this game is just the ultimate buggy mess, with each playthrough offering players new glitches and new bugs, which all just begs the question: who made this awful mess? Well, a bit of research led me to a YouTube channel which was home to not only the official trailer for the Gathering game, but several other games too, and most notably, a mobile game for Beetlejuice. That's right, the same exact guy who made the ICP game also worked with everyone's favorite whackpacker, Beetlejuice. This game does look a little better than the Gathering game, but with the experience of ICP the Gathering, you never really know. So maybe I'll find a way to play this in a future video. The other trailers on this profile are the kind of mobile game slop you'd expect to find at the bottom of app listings, including Golfy Golf, something called Wreck, and several pieces of garbage all wrapped up in the shape of flight simulators. However, the biggest thing that our publisher, Flight Systems LLC, is known for is something called the Drink Exchange. The Drink Exchange is a tool that bars would use which makes their prices fluctuate up and down similar to the stock market, which apparently helps bars get rid of their less wanted drinks while raising the price on the yummier ones. I'm not really sure why exactly a bar would ever want this, but I guess I'm not a bar owner, so I'm probably not the best person to judge it. Nowadays, the company is producing some dog separation anxiety tool, which is more or less a sex doll for your dog with your face on it. Okay. So yeah, it's not hard to see why exactly this game sucked, and it makes me pretty mad. A Gathering of the Juggalos Tycoon game could actually be really sick. Imagine if it actually worked, plus they added the ability to sell some balloons to Juggalos during a 3 a.m. set for King Gordy. That would be fucking sick. But no, we get this bullshit instead. Now, I don't blame Insane Clown Posse for this game at all. These dudes were probably just sold a lie by Flight Systems LLC. And their leader, Todd Scram, who, side note, is a moderator for the Bitcoin subreddit, aka Beetlejuice's cryptocurrency. So Todd, I hope not another one of your apps ever sells another download. I hope your pets pop their anxiety balloon things, and I hope your stock market crashes. Todd, you made a horrible game. You blew it. And since I don't really know how to express my genuine dislike for what Todd did to such an amazing concept, I decided to take a page out of my hero's ICP's playbook, and I decided to respond back the way Insane Clown Posse would in this situation.
Hey, Toe! It's me, your worst nightmare! And after this, all that'll be left is the black box recording. A plane crash in the making with the joystick in his hand. The pixels fall like ashes on his virtual wasteland. Every level's broken, every story's just a scam. The crowd is shouting loudly, hey, scram, Todd, scram. He codes like Kobe would, airballing in his head. Each release feels like turbulence, you're wishing you were dead. The glitches are his signature, his bugs are his brand. The players all are chanting, hey, scram, Todd, scram. Scram, Todd, scram. Run from the blame. Your games are disasters. Dressed up in shame. Scram, Todd, scram. No more of your scam. Your only hit was Beetlejuice, and that's where you stand. Todd Scram's game had bugs in the mainframe. Glitches so wild, even ghosts feel shame. Call him a pilot with no flight plan. Try to take off, but he knows that man. Investors pulled out, stocks hit the ground. Game so bad, Wall Street don't stick around. Every update's a joke, every patch a scam. They all chant in unison, scram, Todd, scram! Scram, Todd, scram. Run from the blame. Your games are disasters. Dressed up in shame. Scram, Todd, scram. No more of your scam. Oh, man, yeah, you need to scram, Todd, scam. You dream of fame, but you're stuck in the wreckage. A cockpit of chaos and endless garbage. The sky's not the limit when you're bound to the ground. Your games crash harder every time you come around. Scram, Todd, scram. Run from the blame. Your games are disasters. Dressed up in shame. Scram, Todd, scram. No more of your scam. Your only hit was Beetlejuice, and that's where you stand. Special thank you to Kobe's patrons. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to like the video. And as always, remember one thing: Kobe sucks.
Hey, Todd. You're not just playing, right, buddy? Just joking around. But in all seriousness, if you're watching this, hit me up. I want to interview you about the game and, some of your other games. Hit me up in my business email right here. If you're not mad at me, you've passed the test and you're allowed to be my friend.